Now let's see the code demo for building a toy machine translation system. So this toy machine translation system, let's start with datasets. Let's take English and German dataset and see how we can use OpenNMT. It's a transformer based architecture where it's a neural network plus transformer based architecture thing. So now how we can use OpenNMT to train a model so that we can build a machine translation tool. So now let's start with downloading and installing the OpenNMT. So this is the command line to actually cloning the Git from the OpenNMT and installing the OpenNMT into this pipeline. So once we are able to download and install it, now there are some dependencies that are required for running this OpenNMT need to be installed. So we are installing the light the torch and the torch vision torch, which are kind of dependencies that are being installed here. Once this is being installed, let's start downloading the corpus which are used for training the machine translation system. And this corpus that we are going to download is a parallel corpora, which we have already discussed. So parallel corpora are type of corpora where we have a source language information, the sentence, and the equivalent target language sentence. So it can be a sentence, it can be a paragraph, or it can be a whole discourse, but it is parallelly aligned between two languages. Now to get started, let's download a toy English German dataset for machine translation. So it has 100k tokenized sentences. So once we get it, let's untar it so that the data is in the readable format. So now if you want to view the sample, I am just giving the head as a command line to see what is there in the source train. So it provides us output with the first 2 lines from the train data set, that is English. And now let's start configuring the whole idea of how to train the machine translation model. Let's create a .YAML file. It's not another markup language file. So that will be used as a configuration while training. So this configuration uses a lot of features. So it starts with, let's say, where the samples, that means the vocab size can be saved, where the model should be saved, and what kind of checkpoints that we have to configure, whether we have to configure with every 500 sentences that are being trained. Once, let's say, I am giving 500, then what is the train steps? Every 1000 sentences, let's say we want to understand whether the model works better or not. So validation and other informations can be easily kind of modified here or added with a different information, so that we are making the checkpoint so that the model makes or prepares to train the way that we are expecting. Once the vocab is been done and the path and the checkpoints are being given, now we can load the source and target vocab from a particular path from here. So now sometimes overwriting might also happen. So we can say whether overwrite can happen or not happen using this false and true option. Now after that we have to optimize the model for different kind of parameters. So these parameters sometimes tell us to know how and what way we need to train the model. So it takes about whether you want to have a warm-up steps in the middle and what kind of smoothing that are required. Is there any normalization technique that we are using? If so, what is that? And also some of the model parameter informations, like what is it and what kind of encoder type and decoder type, and all other information about the transformers are being added here. Once this is done, now we have to train the whole OpenNMT using only GPU because it requires a high computing facility. So right now we are using the T4 from the Colab to run the whole thing. So now we will say that we are using one GPU rank. So the GPU rank right now is we are using 1 GPU to train this data set that we have shown. Okay, first step is we have to build the vocab step. So vocab is being built using the sample that we are giving here. So the sample that we have given here is 10,000. So now the default it can be 1. So now the counter vocabulary from the 10,000 samples, the transformer is able to build the vocabulary for both languages. One is source and target. So source it is able to build 24,000 plus change, and target it is able to build 35,000 word change of vocab size. Now the stage comes to train the model. So it's a really kind of time taking thing. So we are just showing you already trained model, how it looks like. So now the training, once we start the training takes some time. So it goes for each of the iteration and the kind of steps that we want. So it will go for each of those steps, and finally it provides you the trained model. So in between the trained model, accuracy can also be seen for every, because we have tweaked the thing every 1,000 sentences we want to get the validity of the trained thing. So the train perplexity, train accuracy, and how many sentences are processed during that time, and what is the validation perplexity and validation accuracy can also be shown while training the whole model. Once the model is ready, now we can start translating using the model that we built. So to do that one, okay, let's call the model, and let's call the source test data that to be tested, and how what kind of GPU, again what we have to use to test this model, that has to be like initialized. Now as the data is a very less data, and we are also using with less data and very less configuration, definitely the output might not look very good. So that's how you could see the output looks here. Let's start here, something like Pope Francis will create new of the Catholic Church for this first time on February. So you could see the output looks like, in some words there is an equivalent, but in all other words the UNK is being postulated. So that is all because the training data is not heavy, as well as the training configuration is also very simple, because since we are using the Colab, we cannot go for higher configuration and higher data. But this is the kind of model architecture which can be used with higher computation and higher data set size later. So this is how the OpenNMT can be utilized for translating the text from 2 languages. Thank you.